James Marsh's new film, The Theory of Everything, features a career-defining performance by Eddie Redmayne as the famous physicist Stephen Hawking. I got to see this film with Justin Allison. Justin, what'd you think?
I really enjoyed this film. Eddie Redmayne he's really so physically connected to Stephen Hawking in a way that I know is very, very hard to do, which I really appreciate. The movie does this weird thing where it starts out being all about him when he's doing his PhD thesis and when his symptoms are first coming in. And then all of a sudden it jumps like 10 or 15 years and starts focusing on his wife and how his wife had to care for him, which is interesting and a great movie in its own, but it didn't really know where it wanted to keep its focus, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I understand what you're talking about. Eddie Redmayne we've seen before in, Les Mis and The Good Shepherd. Those are just two of, films from his great portfolio. But this, I think he's going to get an Oscar nomination for. I've never seen a performance so, meticulously crafted. I haven't seen anything like this since Daniel Day-Lewis in My Left Foot. Now, I wasn't alive at the time, but that performance, that physicality that he has, beautifully captured, you really feel the struggle of this man who so many people know for being, famously handicapped.
I kind of went in there expecting it to be something different. I expected to know more about, the science behind it. Not to say it doesn't do that at all. There's, at the beginning of the movie, he's attending a lecture where he sees a description of what a black hole looks like in a very simple drawing. A circle with a circle with a circle with a circle. And that is shown visually throughout the entire movie, really subtly. There's one shot of his wife walking up a spiral staircase, and the way the camera is positioned, it looks like that same picture. And there's the tea cup, and you see that, and it's the same circle.
Yeah, because we're in England.
And his eye, and which is really cool. I really like. We
talk a lot about pacing as well. How 1 year maybe he's at Cambridge and he's talking to Jane, and he's basically telling her, I don't think it's going to work out. But then next frame it's a match cut, and then what do you have? They're getting married, and then the next thing you know, they're having a baby. So yeah, no, I think that's meant to illustrate the idea that he was only meant to live 2 years, and look at all he's done in his time. He's 72, and he's still trying to pursue the idea of the theory of everything.
All right, so on the infamous Pretentious Film Majors star rating, what would you give it?
I would give Theory of Everything a 4 out of 5 stars, simply because Eddie Redmayne has accomplished a career-defining performance. The film does a beautiful job of photographing the genius of this man.
Yeah, I would give it 3.5 out of 5 stars because even though the performances are excellent and there's a lot of really great stuff to love about this, that narrative lack of focus really drew me out of the story at times.
And I tend to agree with you. For more about the Pretentious Film Majors, if you want to know more about us, check out our Facebook page, Twitter page, and our Tumblr page. Thank you very much for watching the Pretentious Film Majors. See you soon.